experience is a big part of training, and having the experience of training, something that is specific to people that train in classes. Community is a big part of class training, and something that is less specific to ones that train one-on-one. But community is a big part of the experience of training, and the experience of having that community to train with and to train in, and then also to take that outside of the gym to whether it is going on a hike, going on a walk, climbing a mountain, doing a Tough Mudder event, whatever it is. Taking that community outside of the gym can only do great things for your gym, if you are coaching at a gym, for your class, for the community that your clients train in. Can only do very positive things for that. So yeah, then sort of aside from just the community stuff and something that is like class specific, some clients that haven't trained, perhaps clients that haven't done sports, clients that haven't got an extensive training history, sometimes don't know what it is like or what it feels like to go hard or to give everything in a session, whether it is to max out a lift, whether it is to go hard on the row, or whatever it is. Some clients just don't have I've never been in that position with it, or know what it feels like to go hard or to go through sort of max effort, max lifts. So having that experience within classes or within sessions is a really nice experience, and it's something that I definitely think clients should go through. There are, like I did mention in the first part, that there are times where we need to max out. It doesn't have to be every single day. It shouldn't be every single day, but there are going to be times where there is value in the experience of going to max effort or going to 100% effort and collapsing on the floor and finishing there. A session that I've used with in various forms, in terms of various modes, whether it is on the rower, whether it is in certain movements. But a workout that I like to use, or a session that I like to use with clients, and something I picked up on, it was Kenny Kane on a Barbell Shrugged episode, and he used the example of a 500 meter row. So the session is a 500 meter row, 4 time. Rest, I think the rest was around like somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. Then it was AMRAP as many meters as possible in the time that you completed the 500 meter row, then the same rest again. Then the part 3 was to row 4 times the number of meters that you got in part 2. So sort of a case of chasing your own tail, and the experience of that, of pushing yourself to that absolute maximum limit, is something that I think clients should experience, and something that you should experience when you are training for, even if you are training for health and fitness. It's important to have variance in your experiences of training. So having that experience of going to max effort and giving it absolutely everything and just collapsing out on the floor, I think is hugely important. And being in that pain cave and being able to having that experience of being in the pain cave and it hurting, but also knowing that it is making you better and you are improving. I think experience plays a big role in what training is. Although you may not realize it, it's something that sits in sort of the back of the mind. It's not something that sits in the forefront, like as programming does, or as sort of nutrition or sleep. All that sits sort of right in the front of the mind, but experience sort of sits in the back of the mind, and there is no replacement for the experience of being in those positions. Variance is another sort of aspect to experience that you can look at as an experience. So whether it is going long, whether it is doing a 90-minute workout, whether it is going short, a 3-minute workout, Fran, if you have to be very good to do that in 3 minutes, but that type of workout, something that is max effort, 3 minutes, something that's long and low, something that's 90 minutes long, something that is heavy, like a heavy DT, something like that, something that is light, something that is a body weight, Murph. Having the variance in the experience that you have in your training I think is hugely important when you are training for health and fitness. It not only keeps it fresh, keeps it interesting, keeps it sort of something new, challenging, and it's the challenge of the experience that you are in, particularly with that the 3 row workout, that I mentioned, and I've used it in other forms as well. I've used it on like a 3 rounds for time of a couple of movements. Works really, really well for people to get the experience of chasing your own tail and really going after something and really sort of giving it max effort to try and beat yourself, really test yourself, and just getting into something that sometimes people tend to not have done. And like I said, perhaps someone that has a very young training age, someone that hasn't trained a whole lot in their life, someone that's never played sports, someone that has never been into sports, they come to you, they come to train with you, they go to a class, they go and train in a class, they have never had the experience of going to max effort, of going for a max lift, of giving it absolutely everything. They've never had that because their training age is very, very young. They've not really trained. They've not done sports. They don't have that experience of going into that dark place or being in that position. And I think training in some aspect should be about taking you to new places, taking you out of your comfort zone, as well as being in your comfort zone and doing all that stuff, doing all the great stuff and doing all the new skills that you've learned inside the new comfort zone. Going outside of that comfort zone is something that really challenges people, something that really takes them to new places, something that can really help them find something new perhaps they didn't like before, something they now love, whether it is going hard on a workout. If you love doing that shit, great. But yeah, having the experience of going to that place and taking you outside of your comfort zone is something that definitely for us and for me should be a big part of training.